All right, so I've got my dumpster adult coloring book, my dumpster sharpener, and my dumpster colored pencils. I am not the one that put all those shavings in there. That would have been my delightful children. Mommy is taking some mommy time to do this. Got my presentation done at school yesterday. I do have a few more assignments that I need to bust out and a test to study for, but right now, this is what I need. So it's really coming along, and though my hand is quite tired, I have found this to be, well, really relaxing and really enjoyable. The funny thing is, it's ending up very Dr. Seuss-ish, and I did not intend that. That was not my plan, but I like it. So, yeah. I have never, this is like literally the very first time I've ever used one of these adult coloring books, and I get it. I never understood it before, guys, but now I get it. I really do. So here are the boxes that I brought inside that I need to go through and get listed on eBay or Instagram or Facebook before I put them into any of the totes out in the eBay shed. I've started by taking pictures. I got pictures taken of all of these. There's a whole bunch of them, and some of them are still wrapped in the plastic. They are, let's see, well, they're software, different fonts, and like images, frames, clip art, basically. Yeah, clip art. Whole bunch of them. Some of them are really, really cute. Found these like 2 years ago and still have not gotten them listed. So, committing to getting that done. If you have a suggestion on what I should charge, hi honey, charge for something like this, please go ahead and tell me that in the comments. I would love your input on pricing for some of these items. I also gathered up all of these polished stones. I think some of them are meant to be like healing stones, like that one, and the pink one, and the yellow one, but I'm not sure which all ones are actually meant for that. All right, so I've gotten a whole bunch more work done on my coloring. I'm in love with it. What can I say? Coloring, these adult coloring books that I found in the Joann's bin a few weeks ago, I'm in love. I'm in love. But most especially with this picture because it reminds me so darn much of the Littles from my childhood. So now I'm going to look up those books, the Littles. Are you guys familiar with them, any of you? If not, they are delightful. And I'm going to find some of those and introduce my kids to them. Anywho, had some relaxing time with that. Now I'm watching plane crash videos. During stressful times, I go back and forth between true crime and things like plane crash videos. It is what it is. Right there, we have Mariah's birthday present, because her birthday is next week, wrapped entirely with dumpster gift wrapping supplies. Now, I've got these towels to do. This is, of course, a dumpster laundry basket, and several of the towels are also from the dumpsters. Gonna get all of this folded and put away, get some more laundry done, and then, after I get dressed and whatnot, I think we can finally get started on the eBay stuff. And then right there, hanging in that green bag, is my graduation stuff, which I still have yet to show you guys. So, that's there. We're gonna do that. Then right there, with pride of place, is the journal that my piece was recently published in. My very first published piece of writing. So, anywho, exciting stuff going on. Trying to just take it one step at a time, one thing at a time. 2 weeks till graduation. 2 weeks till Disneyland. eBay business is booming like crazy. Trying to keep up with it. Trying to get things sorted and organized enough that I will be able to go and hit the college student housing tomorrow and feel good about it. Okay, those towels are folded, just got to put them away. There are some of Reagan's clothes. He's going to put those away. And then I've got a bag started of things I'm going to donate. That bag itself is also, of course, from the dumpsters. It's a really good bag, and so I'm thinking I might actually move the donation stuff to just a garbage bag and actually keep that bag because it's a pretty good bag. Things are coming along. Dishes are done. I got the magnetic photo albums listed on eBay and the gingerbread pattern thing. In this box is the Singer Serger, like all those pieces. I got that listed on an auction. These are on a buy it now. I got all those buttons and pins finally counted and updated that listing. Now, on the list, we have a bathroom to clean. That's a priority today. And then I am also going to get these two boxes researched, sorted, and listed on eBay, so be checking that. Our eBay link is in the description below, a great way to support the mission of saving and salvaging. I've got this box with stuff for donation. We're moving along, guys. We are making progress. I've got my garbage can right here. If I find anything that just needs to go bye-bye, and as I'm taking breaks and working on coloring, these are the ones the kids are working on, and then the one that I'm working on. I just keep taking breaks in between doing eBay and then coloring, and so I've got the garbage here. I can sharpen my pencil, trying to be as efficient as I can, and it's coming along. And still watching airplane crash videos. We are just cruising along getting stuff listed. I have a whole bunch of free listings right now, an offer I got from eBay, and I am taking them up on it. We got all of the CD-ROMs, or whatever they're called. Yeah, CD-ROMs of scrapbooking, fonts, and clip art. Got those listed. We got the mix of polished stones, energy stones, etc. Got those listed. They are on an auction, so check our eBay link for that. The 21-day fix insulated bag and all of the outdoor fabrics. All of that is now active, live on eBay. Moving right along. Whew, okay, everything in this box has been listed for sale on eBay, so check that out if any of those are of interest to you. The Babies R Us frame magnets, the Doctor Who, the guitar thingy. This thing turned out to be a rotor replacement for Whirlpool. I think water softener. Had to do some research, and sometimes you'll have to do quite a bit of research to figure out what an item is, but it's worth the work. All those candy flavorings, the ones that were open I kept for myself. These ones are all still sealed, so those I put online. Got the Twister beaker bottles. There's still this box to do, and then 2 more boxes in the kitchen, but we're going to get through them today. Next, I'm going to do some research on all of these instruction manuals. I know that seems like, oh, that's just garbage, but not necessarily. I have sold several other instruction manuals, so we're going to look these ones up and see if they have any resale value. If they don't, then they will go in the recycling. All right, guys, we have made so much progress. This whole box is on eBay. Well, not the box on its own, but all of the items in here have been researched, have been thoroughly described and labeled, and they are all on eBay. The lip balloons, the referee shirt, all that stuff is now available on eBay. I do also have still these couple of things. I've got that jewelry appraisal thing. I'm not sure yet if I should list that on eBay. It's from 1958, just a jewelry appraisal document. I've got some clear sheet protectors that I'm going to just offer on my personal Facebook page to family and friends. I've got all of these rubber stamps, but I've got more in the attic, and I think in the eBay shed as well. I'm going to gather all of them together into one massive lot and put those on eBay. I've got plum seeds, that little trinket box, and those Japanese little notebook things that I'm going to offer to neighbors and friends. And, oh, and then these, they are the outdoor research. They're little drawstring bags with Velcro on them. What do you guys suggest? What should I do with them? They each have like an initial on them written in permanent marker. I'm not 100% sure what you're supposed to do with them, like if they go on your backpack or your bike or what, I don't know. And I mean, I could definitely see uses for them in our family as we do go hiking and my husband goes biking, but I mean, we don't need them. So what are your thoughts? I did a whole bunch of research. I looked and looked and looked. I could not find these particular items anywhere online. So if you guys have any knowledge or thoughts about those, please tell me in the comments. It would be greatly appreciated. All right, so the next thing on the list, the plan is with each of these items, as I put them into a tote in the eBay shed, where I will have labels on the totes for what all is in there. Each tote will be assigned a letter, and then each item will be assigned that tote letter and an item number, and I will add those reference numbers to each of my eBay listings so that when it's time to find that item and ship it, I'll just have to look at the reference number. You guys have given me so many helpful ideas that way, so I'm going to implement that, and I think that will streamline the process quite a bit. 2 boxes done. That one is now empty, and the one under the laptop is all eBay stuff that is ready to go. Now we're going to start on this box and get everything in here researched and listed while continuing to watch dramatic airplane disasters. Holy cow, guys. We have gotten so much done. This has definitely, I can't even talk, definitely been a full-time job type of day. Let's see, it's almost 6:30 now, and I started on this at, what, 10 o'clock this morning? Yeah, holy cow. But those are done and listed on eBay. I've got several things into the donation box, several things into the yard sale bag. Those are getting recycled because those ones are kind of stuck together. These I am going to use as one of you awesome frugal friends suggested and put them like over totes that I have out in storage so that it keeps the dust and whatnot off of them. I did put several of these on eBay, but these are the ones where, you know, the packaging was kind of bent up, and so I thought, well, I'll just use those for that. All of those beautiful glass dishes, the Corningware and Fortacrisa that we got at the thrift store a couple of months ago, those are now on eBay. Check our link in the description below. There's an empty box there. Yeah, I also decided on several things that I am offering to neighbors and friends that I have over here. I cannot remember what these things are. If you remember, please tell me in the comments. That would be so helpful. Guys, oh man, it has been a very good, very busy day. This is what we have next. And I am going to get it done today. That way, all of the boxes with mixed and random things are at least listed on eBay. And then tomorrow, if I don't do it tonight, I can tomorrow focus on getting them into the totes out in the eBay shed with labels. And I've decided to use these as the labels on the outsides of those totes. They are laminated. They have like the months of the year on the one side. They're from a public school or whatever, but I can just use the white side, tape them to the tote, and give each of the totes its own letter, and then nice and small, write the list of each of the items that are in that tote, and then when they're, you know, done, I can cross them off or erase them, whatever. And I'm also, someone else suggested this, and it's something I have had in mind and have put into practice in years gone by, but not recently. I'm going to start putting the dates of when that item was put into the eBay shed, and then there will be a limit of 1 year from that date, and if they have not sold, then they will go either into the yard sale or to donation. I think that is a great idea for keeping stuff moving and not letting it get so cluttered and so full to where I just cannot even, you know, manage it. So that's the plan there. I am going to jump into these now. Ha-ha! So I'm getting the patterns listed, and I don't know if you all know this, but here's a pro tip. With your patterns or any item where it's several of the exact same item, you don't have to do individual listings for each of those. In fact, you can't do individual listings for exactly the same item. But what you can do is do the one listing, and when you're figuring out the price and putting the price in, go to more options. There's a little button that says more options. Click on that, and it will have a quantity spot where you can change the quantity in there. That way, if you have like 10 of this Piper collared shift dress, then you can put that in there, and it's only going to cost you for the one listing. These listings aren't costing me anything because I'm taking advantage of a promotion that they offered me that expires in 3 days, so I need to try to use up the rest of those by then, which I have plenty of stuff to do that with. Anyway, there's your tip for the day. enter the quantity. That way you don't use up all of your listings, especially if you're paying for your listings. Aren't these so ridiculously cute? My goodness. And what about that one? Give me a break. Oh, see, there's happiness, you guys. Doesn't that just, oh, no, goodness. Okay, back to work. Okay, so I have all the patterns that are from this last weekend's picks. They were like in that huge bag that had all kinds of other, like mostly packing materials in it and garbage. And I pulled out all of those patterns. So I've got all of them separated into their little piles with all their little friends that are exactly the same. So now I can get them listed each as one listing with a quantity. Oh, I'll be so glad when this is done. All right. All of those patterns, the patterns that were from this last weekend's picks, are all listed on eBay. I've got the kids ones in there, and then the ones that are for kids and adults, and then the adult ones. I've decided I'm going to have totes that are like one tote just for kids, and then like 2 totes, maybe 3, that are all the adult patterns, and then possibly a tote that is a mix. The catalogs of all the patterns, I'm going to gather up all those and probably sell them in an auction lot. I know I have several more out in the eBay shed, so I'll put those together. So these will not be on eBay until probably tomorrow, and most likely on an auction. And then I think all of these are adults. I could be wrong. Oh, nope, there's some kids ones. Maybe. Well, there was like one kid's costume. Oh, there we go. There are a few kids' costumes there. Costumes and patterns for like, that's dresses. So I'm going to get these separated and then work on getting them listed. I have plenty of free listings available to get the rest of these done. It's just a very, very tedious process. But I will have this box done by tomorrow night. That is the commitment.
Please be sure to check the video description for links to our social media accounts. There you will get exclusive access to pictures and videos of different things that we have going on a daily basis. And you will find out how you can contribute and help support the mission of saving and salvaging. Have a great day, guys.